Well, thanks guys. We're in Carmel by the sea to check out the brand new Lincoln Corsair. This completes the Lincoln lineup with now 4 SUVs. It brings their quiet flight into this vehicle. It also comes with a lot more than the competition, and now it gives you the ability to use your phone as the key.
By now, many people have heard that Lincoln is doing away with the need for a key and using your cell phone instead, which allows you to transfer the key to anyone with a smartphone at any time. And the new Corsair will also automatically park itself with the touch of a button.
Now the Corsair will also park itself with the active park assist button. Signal to which side you want it to park. It'll scan as you drive forward, and it's looking for a parking space now on my left-hand side because I put my left-hand signal on. Now it'll tell me when it's found a parking space, and all I have to do is then put it into neutral. It's found a space, I turn it into neutral, and then I hold down the parking button, and it does all the rest. It'll find that parking space and it'll back into it. I'm not touching the wheel, not touching the accelerator or touching the brake. It's doing the full job. Now I'm a little bit nervous, although this has got it right every time during practice. It's found the space, it's backed in, and all I've done is press the button. Active park in the new Corsair.
So who is the Corsair designed for? We managed to catch up with Michael Sprague, director of Lincoln Motor Company.
If you look at the Corsair and the target customer that we're going after, these are people who are working really hard. They aspire for more, but they want to use their vehicle as part of their everyday activities. But when they get into it, after they've worked hard, they just want to kind of decompress. And so you've got all of these great features from a technology standpoint, from a comfort standpoint. So when you get out of the vehicle, you feel revitalized. So then you can continue to take on the day that you started with.
I was impressed with the drive of the Corsair.
Now here's the great thing about all Lincoln vehicles that are coming out now. They have different driving modes. And this has Excite mode, which is exciting if you put your foot down. Yeah, it actually moves for a small SUV. Now you don't hear too much in the cabin when you put your foot down because they want that quiet flight feeling. So it's almost like a silent jet which propels forward. And that's done in part by the fact they have a double engine wall. So there is a double wall between the driver and the engine, which deadens all of the engine sound. So if you want to hear going fast, I'm afraid you have to open the window.
Lincoln spent a long time making the Corsair look good and feel like a luxury SUV.
Lincoln uses aviation as one of its markers when designing its vehicle. This Lincoln Star has a camera underneath which allows the camera in the rear and the 2 in the mirrors to build a 360-degree around view monitor. We have the Lincoln grille, which is by now famous. Lincoln have headlights, which are LED standard on every trim grade. The daytime running light, which is this J shape here under those lights. Turn indicators or signals here, and fog lights down the bottom. If you take a look at the side of the vehicle, it's actually modeled after the shape of a ballerina with the curve of her body. And at the back, it has that swooping roofline, which gives this that very aerodynamic aeroplane look. Quiet flight continues on the inside of the car with a 14-speaker Revel audio system. It has a heads-up display that works with polarized sunglasses, and that's super important for anybody that has to wear sunglasses when they drive. You'll also find a steering wheel with really nice tactile response buttons on it. Plus there is a voice speech activation switch right here, or button right here, so you don't have to take your hands off the wheel to activate that and control other items in the car with your voice. You'll also find standard Wi-Fi inside the Corsair. Jump into the second row, and this is the only vehicle in class with a sliding 6-inch second row, which also reclines, plus more legroom than any other vehicle in its class, including something like the Tesla Model X.
The Lincoln Corsair is based on the same platform as the Ford Escape, but that's where the similarity ends. At this time, the Corsair is the best premium SUV in its class.
The brand new Lincoln Corsair starts around $37,000 and goes up to around $50,000. The best fuel economy you'll get is 29 miles a gallon, and that's on the highway. I'm Nick Miles.